It starts in the morning, usually with my kids jumping on top of me and waking me up. Doing the normal fatherly duties, husband duties of trying to maintain order in the house with a 5 and 3-year-old running around, getting my son ready for his kindergarten class, preparing myself for my day. My day typically is never the same, so it's typically trying to figure out what schedule is going to go where and where I'm going to be for the majority of the day, and then trying to make sure that I'm available for the family. Shortly after breakfast, it's typically just discussion with my wife Carrie and going over what the day's events will bring. As I said, it's never the same, so trying to focus on exactly what responsibilities I'll have that day as a business owner and as a mayor.
Backpack on.
Backpack.
Here.
Right.
So far this year, I've had the blessing of bringing my son to school pretty much every day to kindergarten. I cherish those few minutes that we have together simply because in a busy day, I may only have an hour to 2 hours together with him before he goes to sleep for the night to start the next day. So I get to see a lot of him growing up in those short minutes together, and his personality and the energy that he has to bring, that he brings out in himself. Really focuses on his personality and his character, and those are some of the best minutes of my day. So after dropping off my son at school, I typically take a few minutes in the car to kind of reflect on what are the first couple hours of my day going to be like. I try to incorporate as much as I can in the limited time that I'll have before going to work. So I typically start off with, if I haven't already had my coffee, I'll grab a coffee.
Construction project was going on, so I like to drive around and just kind of see what's going on. You have a better pulse for what maybe a constituent might raise as an issue. So when I do my drive around, I just drive around, and I thought about stopping here to see how this construction project was impacting our friends inside the train station. It's the critical infrastructure for the sewer and water. And it really needed to get done. The last time this project in the corner here was like 30 plus years ago. So the infrastructure itself is crumbling, but in order to get any enhancement and development downtown here, that had to be done. So it was kind of like I was talking with Norm. It's hurting his business a tad from walk-up, obviously because of the road being closed. But he's the first one to say that this is the best thing that we could do. See you. How's everything going over there? Good. Yeah, slow but sure. All right, we're looking forward to seeing you this weekend. We've got the beers, right?
That's right. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We'll see you then, Jim.
My arrival at the funeral home is typically met with updating the staff on current at-need cases or events, things that are going on immediately within the funeral home for the day. It's me giving them direction on what I would like them to do for funeral work, and then we also discuss what their schedules would allow for them to handle. Our flexibility in our schedules change every second of every day. It's extremely important to note that my day may start in a pair of shorts and a polo, and it may end in a suit and tie, depending upon the events that take place for the morning, afternoon, and evening. There are days where we drop everything in a dime to attend or handle a service or a family or that is in need, and we do that without hesitation. It makes a life in As a family man, as a mayor of a community, very difficult to schedule, simply put, because we never know when that call or stop-in might happen. So it makes it very challenging, but it's a challenge that we've been able to be successful at for a very long time. The mindset of leaving my place of work and coming to be the mayor of Tinley Park at the office, there's nothing physical that changes. I approach it as though it's just part of me. So there's no physical element to this that changes my mindset. I step out of the car, I walk in through the door, greeted by my assistant, and we begin our day. It's very simple.
Morning, Mayor. I've got your schedule for today. You've got from 11 till noon, you got your one-on-one with Manager Niemeyer. From 12 to 2, you're open. From 2 to 3, we have the entire staff meeting. From 3 to 4, you're meeting with Director Roby of the Tinley Park District. From 4 to 6, you're meeting with the other Tinley Park officials to talk about the Boulevard contract. From 6 to 7, you will have a proposed new marketing action plan meeting. And then from 7 to 7:30, we're having a cookie and cake reception for the new appointees. And then from 7:30 on, we have a village board meeting tonight.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey.
Good.
What did you do?
Good.
You gonna look at me?
And the Zion teach me roll.
The fireman taught you how to roll? Yeah.
And
Awesome.
stop.
And stop?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Really?
And
How was the fireman?
then,
Yeah? Did you see the fire truck?
yeah.
Yeah? Did you
And
put on
I
the fire
go in
helmet?
there.
You go inside? Did you put the fire helmet on?
No.
No?
As Zion girl.
As a fireman?
Fireman girl is really nice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Well, then you're gonna get stuck. And the fireman has to come get you. You gotta say bye to our friends. See you, okay? It was so good to see you today. Thank you for showing your toys and playing with them.
We support Jake in everything he does, and I think he's a great mayor. People really don't really know exactly like what entails a mayor. They just think he goes to a meeting on Tuesdays and that's it. But he wears many hats. He's a great dad, and I don't just say that, but he's involved. He has a lot going on, and he still makes time for us, and we love him. Our kids love him dearly, so we're proud of him.